Hello, dear friend, and welcome to Adventist Angels Watchman Radio. At the time by now where the world is looking for a solution to the world's problems for peace and nature, which is where now people are about even to worship nature, whereby people they are advancing to look for safety, but they are forgetting the message of the scriptures, even the story of Job, who was destroying Job. It was the devil who was destroying even nature. They have forgotten the messages of the Lord and the prophecy. Where are they looking to the solution? To Vatican. Now, since at the Vatican, the home of the world's most powerful religious leader, where 9 miles of museums house some of the most stunning works of art. Which art? Now, let us look as the scriptures provide. In this episode, we are going to start with the book of Nahum, chapter 1. Nahum chapter 1 verses 11, the Bible says, "There is one that cometh out of thee, that imagineth evil against the Lord, a wicked counselor. Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet, and likewise many." So he rulers among many people. You will understand that one as we go in front. "And likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down, when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more. For now will I break his yoke from off thee, and will pass the bonds and in asunder. And the Lord hath given a commandment concerning thee, that no more of thy name be sown. Out of the house of thy gods will I cut the graven images and the molten image, and I will make thy grave, for they art vile." Those are the word of the Lord to cut off the images in the latter end. Here we have a business insider whereby they are speaking about, in the last line they are saying that surrounding entirely by the city of Rome, the Vatican City is the smallest city in the world, comprising only about 100 acres. And now they are moving on upon to this nation for a solution. But is the Bible saying that the solution will be found here? No, that is deception. So it's a call upon the people to turn to the truth and to the Bible alone, as it gives the only solution to this world. Again, in the book of Obadiah chapter 1 verses 2, it speaks of this nation which is the smallest among the Athens. The Bible records that, "Behold, I have made thee small among the Athens, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart I deceived thee." You know, at first, the person who has pride is the devil. He is proud. "Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, and said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars." So to set among the stars is to be like the angels, or to be like God, setting among the stars. The stars are angels, as the book of Job says. "Thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord." Nestled among the stars means, or the high habitation is the places of worship. You are proud and deceiving, is a deceiver. Thy heart is greatly deceived, as deceived thee. In the book of Daniel chapter 7 verse 6, the Bible records, "After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fall. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast," that's the 4th kingdom of upon the earth, "dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and had great iron teeth." And that is Rome, the 4th kingdom. "It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. It is ruling among 10 nations of the earth. And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Behold, whom there were 3 of the first horns broke up the roots. And behold, these horns were having eyes like the eyes of a man, and they were speaking great things against the Most High God. That's blasphemy. Blasphemy. And the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 8 speak of this same person and this same church, that because thou hast spoiled many nations, and all the remnants of the people shall spoil thee. This will come as the result of when the people realize the truth of the city and of all that dwelleth therein. Woe to him that coveted an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. So thou hast considered shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone, that is God, when Jesus will come, the stone of the image of Daniel, shall cry out of the wall, and the beam of the timber shall answer it. Dark ages, the destruction of the heresy. Who is this? King Solomon say it will repeat. O people, awake. Pray, this man understands dark sayings. In Daniel chapter 8 verse 23, the Bible records, in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of face continency, understanding dark sentences, shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. Remember dark ages, and as the history repeats, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. That's worship of images, and he shall magnify himself in the earth, and by peace shall destroy men. He will bring peace, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes. We stand against Jesus Christ, but he shall be broken without hand. That is by the stone which will fall. At the image of Nebuchadnezzar, the stone which came with the stone, that is Jesus, is the stone, the rock of ages. And here we are having that message. If you allow me to read it, as it is very small, allow me to look at it. This misbehaving, but let me try if I can get it just in a minute. Oh my God. This is the same person who is spoken of. Is nestled, as they are saying, in the sides of the north. Here they are saying that 5 years ago this month, Pope Francis became the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church and the leader of the 1.29 billion adherents. He's been celebrating the occasion by reminiscing about his various, at the times, controversial accomplishments since his papal election in March 2013. The Pope has lived these past 5 years within the walls of Vatican City, the seat of the worldwide Catholic administration, the seat, the Holy See, which is nestled on the west bank of the Tiber River, Rome, Italy. It is a place that evokes reverence, spiritual power, and a history that spans thousands of history. Really? I write that message as it is being brought about. And in the book of Revelation chapter 13 verses 2, it also gives this kind of peace. And the peace which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power. So the devil gave him his power, and he was actually wounded to death, and they said that the wound was healed, and the world wonders after the peace. Now the world is following this man very so much, and he actually blasphemes. That's another thing. Go consider that verse because of time. And this is a very proud man, if you can consider, as the Bible records. And as I refer chapter 13, this chapter 13 gives about this person. And I saw that his head was wounded to death, and they said that the wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon. They gave the devil, indirectly they worshipped the devil, which gave power to the beast. He gave power to this man, or this church, or this nation. They worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And the power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth to blaspheme against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwelleth in heaven. And actually destroyed the people of the Lord. So let the people hear the message. And even this is a kind of blasphemy. There's a place whereby the helicopters or the Pope sits. If you can consider this, you can see that the message is speaking, it is written in Latin, and where it says that the Vatican City poured to the Supreme Pontiff, who is supreme other than God, the Supreme Being, the Most High God. So that is a kind of blasphemy. Those are among other things which are hidden from the public. But it is upon us to read and understand these things. In Revelation chapter 13 and verse 7, if I continue, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. Who are these saints? They are those who keep the commandments of God, for the devil hates the commandments of God. And to overcome them, and power was given unto him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life, the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is the same message of Revelation 14 verses 12, which says, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus Christ. So it's a call upon people to arise and to wake up onto the truth, to get out of this great deception. For now the people are moving and looking upon this kind of nation for solutions. It's upon the people of the Lord to pray and to stand firm against these great deceptions which are upon the world. And use the Bible alone for your descriptions, or use the Bible alone to guide you, for evil has actually taken cover or taken over the world, as you can see how it is in our modern time. So it's upon us to seek the truth, abide with it, stand by it, so that we can be able to stand. This city, the Vatican City, which they say is the smallest state in the world, comprising only about 100 acres. It's also spoken in Obadiah as you saw. It is ruling upon the people. It is bringing upon false doctrines and deception of the world, giving them solutions which are false doctrines. They are the ones which are being called as the abominations. In the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12, it says, who gave birth to this peace, the nation, or this nation. The one who gave power unto him is, as in Isaiah 14 verse 12, the Bible says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? This is the devil. How art thou cut down to the ground, when Jesus threw him down, which did weaken the nations. How did he weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. So he gave the throne to the Vatican. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. That's at Rome. I will ascend above the eyes of the crowds. I will be like the Most High. So it's like God. So the people are nestled or used by the Satan to hide who is behind. But behind who is it? It's the devil himself who is behind. Now, let us consider this great message. As you can see, go and consider these same messages for the mystery of the great Babylon, the month of arrows, and you will be blessed. Let the earth awake upon this truth. Let the people turn to the sole truth, for the time indeed is at hand. It's a time that the Lord says in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 12, woe to him that build a town with the blood and established a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for the very vanity. This happened back in the dark ages. Let us consider Nahum chapter 3 verses 4. Nahum chapter 3 verses 4. The Bible says, behold, because of the multitude the whoredom of the well-favored Harold, the mistress of witchcraft, and that served nations through the whoredom and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy secret scars upon thy face, and I will shoot the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdom thy shame, and they will be a laughing stock. Revelation 17 verse 3, the Bible says, So he carried me into the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman seated upon the scarlet beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, decked with gold, precious stones, berries, having a golden cup in her hand, and abominations and the fitness of her fornication. And he had a name written, purple, the great, the mouth of harrows, and the abomination of the earth. And the woman was drunk with the blood of the saints and the martyrs of Jesus. And I wondered with great admiration. So this is the one, it shows the kind of thing he did in the dark ages, or what he has done, and what is to repeat, as King Solomon says. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3 says of this purpose, or this man, let no man deceive you by any means, for 30 days shall not come, except there come a falling away fast, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God seated in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that what we told, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity does already work, only he now let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his second coming, even whose coming is after the working of Satan, and power and lying, and signs and lying wonders. And for this cause, God shall send strong delusion for those who don't believe this old truth, as the scriptures has warned. For let the people turn to the sole truth, and turn to the Lord, so that the Lord can save us all. Because the Bible says, if they don't hearken to the word, he will send a very strong delusion to deceive them, to close their eyes. Even the book of, you remember the story of Elijah, when the young man was asking him, he told him that God open his eyes that he can see that those who are with us are men than those who are with them. Thank you for